again here with another review for you guys and girls today. Massive thank you to PlayStation. Thank you, PlayStation, for the free gift.
What? Did PlayStation also send you the free t-shirt too? Is that why you're wearing it? For the perfect occasion, man. This review is paid for, man. I got the deluxe edition of the game, so therefore, I'm not going to be critical on it. Now, mind you, I don't have a problem because I gift games to people that I like, and I'm like, hey, come try it out. But guess what? If they tell me the game is bad, well, then the game is bad. They could critique it based off what they played. But see, the problem with this situation is the fact that you don't have to be critical on the game because they gave it to you for free. So you are thanking Sony for giving you a free copy of the game, but what about how the game actually plays? Like, are you going to be honest about it? And that's the problem with doing free review copies on people's channels. I mean, it even says it at the bottom. Like I said, I'm just going to take this with a grain of salt because at this point, it seems like the review was paid for.
I really do appreciate you guys for giving us the opportunity.
There's a difference between going out there spending your money on a video game and telling people how good it is. Renting the game for Blockbuster, say, yeah, this game changed my childhood. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, it was so incredible when I beat it and I got to Ganondorf at the top of the castle. There's a difference because the person was passionate. The person enjoyed the game. The only thing you're really commending them for is for giving you a free copy. Not about what you played, not about, oh, these levels is good and this and that. I mean, to be honest, this is paid for review, bro. I would not take this review seriously. I'm sorry.
There are so many channels out there.
There's nothing genuine about this.
Out there that would wish and hope and pray.
We know he's going to be worrying about that cigarette again. The cigarette that's hanging off the tip of that cereal bowl. We already know that's coming. Because like I've said before, man, anybody that's getting a free copy, especially from one of these big corporations, because you're not looking at it from the perspective of a consumer like myself going out there spending their own hard-earned money on it. You're looking at it at the perspective, oh, I got the game for free. I mean, damn, if Sony gave me Concord for free, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. I probably wouldn't. But if you don't give it a good review score, you know what they do? Oh, they don't send you no more free review copies. So you have to give the game a reasonable score. You have to. You're obligated because you know why? They gave it to you as a free gift. So therefore, you can't sit there and say, oh, Concord or whatever game you don't like, well, I can't critique that because if I do, they're no longer going to send me any free review copies. And that's the problem with reviews like this. Now, if you was going out there spending your own money, then it'd be different.
For an opportunity like this, and I don't take opportunities like this for granted. So thank you so much, PlayStation, for sending over the deluxe edition of Soros.
With a free PlayStation t-shirt for the perfect occasion.
For the PlayStation 5 Pro. Because that's the console that I played it on. And after 18 hours, man.
Here we go.
Wow.
10 out of 10.
Game. Housemarque. Man, round of applause, man, for Housemarque, man. I gotta give... hold on, let me switch.
All because they gave you a free copy. That is it. And that's the problem with reviews like this. If I see them, I'm like, I don't even take them with credibility. I just don't. And I know a bunch of gamers don't either. Because we already know that they gave you the free game. Now, it's a difference if your mans gave it to or your boy, like, hey, yo, tell me how this game is, Marlon. Is it good? Is it bad? Yeah, the game is pretty good. Then it would be more genuine. But when you got a big corporation, like mind you, I like Gears of War. But it's like, let's say if Coalition Games gave me a free copy. Now, mind you, I still wouldn't shill out for the review, right? Because that's just how I am. But we all know that if I say some bad things about this game, like, oh yeah, this was good and this was bad, we already know Microsoft's going to stop sending me free review codes. That's kind of how it is. Once you dabble into that rabbit hole, you're going all in. Sony got this guy looking like a fool wearing a PlayStation t-shirt. They probably sent that to him for free too. They're like, hey, man, we told you about it. You should have matched it with the matching hat. The free gift.
Right quick. What's up, guys? Hit the like button. I got to give Housemarque because Sony sent me the game. You guys know me. I'm going to be honest. This is not a game for everybody. Yeah, I'm just going to tell you that right up front right now. This is not going to be an everybody kind of game. It's either you in or you out. You know what I mean? And out, I mean in like, this just ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you,
he's playing it safe.
I know this is supposed to be a little bit easier, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
What about the quality of the game, though? The graphics, the storyline. I think people are fully aware of that, Marlon. People want to know if the game is actually good to play. I mean, I've been hearing that there's some controversy about the endings of the game, but people want to know, like, what is it all about? We already know that. That's the same philosophy with Souls games. We get it. So we're gonna just skip over that because I don't think that's actually a reasonable point.
Game, this kind of bullet time, Metroidvania kind of fast paced kind of game, some kind of backbone. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is what Returnal really kind of needed, was kind of a foundation when it comes to a story. And so yeah, man, it is awesome in that way. Now,
but you're not even explaining it though. You just sitting there telling it. I mean, from everybody I've been hearing online, now mind you, I haven't played the game. They've been saying the story is terrible, and these are people that actually went out there and more likely bought the game for themselves. But you was out here telling people that the story is actually good. At least from everybody that I know that has purchased the game said the story sucks, and that's at least what they've said.
Moving along to the gameplay, yo, the gameplay is just like Returnal, but better. Because
okay, explain.
You got better weapons. You got more ways of traversing than before, which I think is kind of really, really cool.
Like how?
And the skill tree.
Anybody can do this, man. This is regurgitation. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, man. This is not how you properly review a video game. If I'm reviewing Gears of War 1, let's go back to the 360, because those are my favorite games. And somebody says, hey, Gamester, what do you like about Gears 2? Right? Now, I still think the first game is better. It has that more hardcore, gritty, the animations when you blow the heads off is incredible. But Gears 2, the lighting of the graphics, the color, the fluidity of the controls and the camera. See, these are actually details that gamers can hear and see you break down. The added animations, even though some of them are not as violent as they were in the first one, but they have more animations when you do the chainsaw on the back, the chainsaw do. There's other additional features that make the game feel more engaging and innovative, right? Picking up a meat shield and using that as cover instead of just using the wall. These are details that people can say, oh, Gamester, okay, I'm like, when you're talking about this game, they're looking at it as like, okay, let me see how I would be playing the game. You're just saying, but imagine if I did this. Hey, what's the difference between Gears 2? Better weapons, better graphics. More traversal. You can use the you're not even breaking it down, bro. I can't get jiggy with this review, man. I want you to really tell me as to why Sorrows is so much better than this game. I really want to know. Oh, yeah, it's better weapons, and that's it. Anybody can say that. But what makes the weapons better, though? You feel me?
Adds to the actual gameplay. So, like, every time you beat a boss and stuff like that, you level up even more. You get stronger. You get better.
That's like that in every game, bro. This is terrible, bro. You can do that in almost practically every game.
Better agility, all those kind of things.
So this is a Souls game,
and you get more powerful. You get more health.
Oh,
you get more armor, and you have this really cool ability.
So it's Oblivion then. It's Elder Scrolls. Right?
Like an overdrive ability. Like it's almost like Iron Man with like a hole in your freaking chest. You have this laser beam coming out of your chest, and you just destroy anything that's in your path. I love that. I love that.
You're not breaking it down, man. Like, I don't know, and that's why I see why people say, "Yo, Gabe, you need to do reviews," because I just feel like this sound like some glazing, man. I'm not saying he didn't complete the game. I'm not saying he finished it. I'm just saying this review feels very paid for. That's all I'm saying. Like, hey, you scratch my back, I give you a free deluxe edition and a free t-shirt. Forget the hat. You can give us a good review score and hype up our game. This is exactly how it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Because if you generally played the game, you would actually be able to break it down in an intricate level. It's just like, I'll even use Ocarina of Time for an example. If people say, hey, why do you like Majora's Mask? Oh, well, the Mask gives the game more variety with puzzles. There's more freedom. You can go through whatever dungeons you want this time. There's not in that linear path that Ocarina of Time had. Even though Ocarina of Time, you can kind of break through it a little bit, but that's through experience. But these are things that actually make a gamer feel what I'm saying, and it makes a gamer enticed to want to play the game for themselves. See, the way you're describing this game is like, Yeah, it just has better weapons. Majora's Mask, this one you just stay as a kid for the rest of the game, and that's it. You know, you don't get as an adult. You don't pick up the Master Sword this time. You know, you start off, you start off in the forest, and you just start off as a kid. That's it. You just play as a kid and put mask on, and that's it. Yeah, but can you get in detail? Like what does the mask actually do? Does it bring any variety? You just put the mask on and you get better abilities. Yeah, but what do these abilities do? How do they work with the enemies? You just get better abilities and new weapons. All right, bro, I'm done with I'm done with this review. That's it. Yeah, there's got to be something else. Oh yeah, I forgot something else. All right, tell me. You know, you get better weapons and you get better. Yeah, we heard that already. But you get the Ocarina of Time this time. Okay, we understand and we know he plays Ocarina, but what value? What's the difference? Like that, you just get Ocarina of Time and you can change the time. All right, bro. Listen, see now the Ocarina in that game, you could use it to go from certain days to rewind the days, fast forward days. So it actually adds to the value. As a matter of fact, these were features that were supposed to originally be in Ocarina of Time, but instead they put it in Majora's Mask with the expansion pack. But when I say this, people can envision as to what I'm talking about. But if I'm sitting here saying stuff like how you saying, the Ocarina of Time just changed the times, and you play the the notes. Okay, but what do these notes represent? Like, do they do anything that are different from the previous game? You just play music. That's it. And it has new weapons and new mask. Okay. You know what?
They added so much to the actual gameplay experience to kind of make it feel, you know what I mean, believable.
No, I don't know what you mean, because you ain't explaining it. I don't know what you mean.
Well, like, you're just on this planet, an eclipse is going on, everybody's mind is going crazy, people turning on people, like it's nuts. It's absolutely
for what though? It's nuts.
It's absolutely freaking nuts.
It's nuts.
And you still have those nightmare
nuts
like levels that you can do, like, so it brings you back to like memories of the past, and you have to go through it.
Oh, so it's like Ocarina now. So you got to go back in time, play as a kid with the Kokori sword, and then see, you're not explaining it. I can't envision what you're talking about. I can't.
It becomes this third-person single-player kind of game, like almost like Uncharted, like for a little minute.
Uncharted. Yo, bro, this game was what? Is this game Souls, Elder Scrolls, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time? What type of game are we playing? What is this?
So you're going through all these doors and memories of people that you're actually trying to find.
It's Resident Evil.
You see what I'm saying?
So it's Resident Evil with Silent Hill. Resident Evil with the doors and Silent Hill to try to get the memories of. Okay, you guys, I know y'all laughing because it's like, what is he like? What are you explaining, bro?
I think her name is Natia or something like that. He's trying to find this chick named Natia.
Oh,
and he's
Silent. It sounds like Silent Hill.
Also trying to find this dude named Jacob, and it's crazy. It's literally crazy. It just adds to the actual gameplay. And for the most part, the gameplay is really smooth.
There we go.
Traversing the biomes. Oh my freaking God. I believe there's, let me see, 7, 8, 9. I think there's...
He's just not good at breaking it down, man. But hopefully guys enjoy the video. Like I said, this review seems paid for. I'm not saying that he's not being, genuine with the review. I'm just saying once you start going down that rabbit hole, you can't really necessarily say something bad. And I think he did kind of start, this game is not for everybody. That was kind of his way of saying that. But at the end of the day, people are going to buy this game with their own hard-earned money, and they're going to judge the game for what they feel the game is. You see? So that's to me is a glaze, personally, and we already know you're hyping up the game because you got a free review copy. Now, if you went out there and spent your own hard-earned money on the game like every other consumer, then you might be a little harsh in your review. Because the problem is with these reviews, even if you are harsh, you still got to be harsh enough to be safe. You can't be so harsh. You can't, like, for example, if you got a free copy of Concord, you got to tell people that this is the greatest game since Halo on the original Xbox. You got to lie to the people. You got to lie to the masses. You got to. You got a free gift. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's why with these type of reviews, when the first thing I hear, if somebody says, I got a free review copy, I'm like, I don't even want to watch the review. Now, if you got a free game, like if somebody say, Gabe, so I want you to try this game, I'm going to send you a free gift. That's different because I can be critical on it. But we all know he's damage controller for this game so he can get the copy of Wolverine next. Okay? You're trying to sell us, just like you try to sell the PS5 Pro at the commission, you trying to sell this game onto us without, in my personal opinion, being honest. Now, you say you carry yourself honestly, that's fine. But we all know that if you spoke about any game, it doesn't matter, Microsoft, Nintendo, or whoever, and you talk about it poorly in a way where they're like, nah, we ain't sending this, man. They're not going to send you no more review copies. You have to glaze these things. You know this. You have to. I'm saying it from a perspective. Even if I had an Xbox, let's say Xbox was sending me free games, I got a code for them. I'm not saying I would, but I'm saying I would have, Halo Infinite, it was the greatest Halo in the world. Matter of fact, it's even better than Master Chief Collection. Yo, games, everybody else saying otherwise. No, it's good, but, I got a free copy from Xbox. You think people are generally going to want to listen to that? No, they're not. They're not. Hey, guys, Ocarina of Time was one of the best games in my life. Oh, how'd you get it? Nintendo sent me a free copy. Oh. So I'm curious, is it really that good of a game, or is it just because you got a free copy? See, that's the problem with gaming. You feel me? Back then, if you know how people love gaming because they passionate about it. You're like, oh man, and they, that's how you can tell, bro. Like if I talk about retro games, if you guys ask me about a game I played in the past, you're going to hear these passionate stories about how amazing they were and how incredible they were at the time. That just shows you that those games resonated with me in a way. But this game, the way y'all put in it, I hope you're going to be playing this game for the next 10, 15 years. This is y'all masterpiece. That's what y'all saying in these videos, but we already know you beat the game and you put it on the shelf. That's what y'all going to do. There's no replayability with Soros because the game is sorry. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, take care. Peace out.